Hi, I'm Lizzy Galbraith, Senior Political Economist in the Aberdeen Global Macro Research Team, and this is the monthly Macro Outlook. There has been a lack of fresh diplomatic progress to end the conflict in the Middle East, with both sides remaining far apart on key asks. While Iran does appear to have made some concessions on its nuclear program, it's rejecting US proposal to transfer its highly enriched uranium to the US and place a 20-year moratorium on future enrichment. However, despite skirmishes, including attacks on shipping, both sides have been at pains to maintain that military activity has not reached the threshold of breaking the ceasefire. So there is a high but fragile bar to restarting the conflict. From a macro perspective, we remain principally focused on the status of the Strait of Hormuz and the extent to which a deal could help accelerate the resumption of normal shipping flows. While Hormuz remains closed, supply chain pressures are building across oil, jet fuel, LNG, fertilizer, helium, and petrochemicals. Even if a deal is reached, it will take time for transits to normalize, so there will be lasting damage in the absence of a durable peace agreement. Energy prices will continue to trade with a material political risk premia, while shipping and insurance markets may struggle to return to normal while uncertainty remains elevated. In any case, events in Iran will leave growth weaker, inflation higher, and policy tighter than it would otherwise have been, with the effects continuing to build as the impasse remains. In the UK, political risks are rising after poor local and regional election results have put pressure on Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer. Health Secretary Wes Streeting has resigned, and Mayor of Greater Manchester Andy Burnham has announced his intention to return to Parliament by standing in a by-election. And there's wide expectation that he will stage a leadership bid if he's successful. For now, a leadership contest has yet to be triggered, and Starmer has said he will remain in post and contest any challenge made against him. We expect that the current situation is untenable, and that will lead to an eventual contest. Many of the potential candidates, and indeed the wider party membership, have concerns about how the UK's current fiscal architecture is working. Ideas such as carving defence spending out of the fiscal rules are gaining traction, although the UK's weaker fiscal position makes this riskier than comparable moves made in countries like Germany. And fundamentally, the existing spending envelope looks implausibly tight, given the material and political pressures facing the government. Alongside departmental spending settlements that appear unrealistic, new pressures, including rising energy prices as a result of the Gulf conflict, will be impossible to ignore come autumn. But the binding constraint on borrowing is gilt markets. An alternative Prime Minister would be likely to raise taxes to address these pressures, given there appears to be no appetite for an immediate change to the fiscal rules. But options are limited. Changes targeting wealth and financial income are likely to be the subject of debate in a leadership contest, and changes to banking taxes have also been floated. For now, elevated domestic political uncertainty will weigh on investments and cause tighter financial conditions, and political developments rather than economic data are likely to remain the leading driver of UK assets for now.